Greetings, Metanthropes, and welcome to Meta Monday episode 54. I'm your host and narrator, John. I am joined by our very own QP orchestrator, aka Lefteris. Greetings, bro.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone can hear us fine. In this fine evening, we're here for yet another Meta Monday show to share with you some of the latest developments for our beloved Metanthropes game. So, John, let's
Let me go to the screen.
have you kick it off
All right, so today
for this week.
it's all about showing you some things that we are considering, some news about some sales, changes to the introductory product, some anthologies, news, and some news concerning sessions and new podcast episodes. So let's start by talking about the end of this month, October 2025. We're thinking about doing some special discount for the remaining stock of the Metanthropes introductory issues. Isn't that right?
Yeah, we have out. So this, what John is showing to you guys right now is one of the few remaining initial first edition, release, first version of the introductory zine. What we have are a few of the premium ones with the UV spotlight as long and the map. The printed map that they come with, and end of the month we plan to do a special sales event for those physical zines. Anyone who already owns the introductory product in any shape or form will get a special discount. So if you have the PDF, if you have the introductory module for Foundry VTT, you will get a special discount that you can get one of the first 100. These were one of the first 100. It's signed by both of us, and it comes with the physical map. And yeah, more about that near the end of the month, as we go ahead and announce the exact details of that upcoming sale.
Yeah, it's definitely both collectible and a memorabilia token, as it's the first 100 printed issues of our game.
Indeed, this episode, this week, we're gonna be talking mostly about some of the changes that are coming for the introductory product. But before we get into the nitty-bitty details of the introductory, let's talk about what we have coming up ahead, and that is a meeting with our esteemed partner Typoman, the company who has printed the physical zines for our introductory design, the first one that we did, and they are also going to be our partners for the upcoming anthologies. So, John, you want to talk more about what we're planning?
Well, we are considering of upgrading the anthologies from the format of a staple bound zine, which is like that on the side, to a perfect bound, which is closer to something like that. This is like from Vampire the Masquerade. This is the Malkavian clan book, favorite clan. As you can see, the perfect bound has a back on it, which you can write some initials and have it displaying much better when it's on your shelf, on your library of shelf of games. The reason
do you always keep the Malkavian playbook next to you? Or
no,
is it
I do keep the introductory next to me, but I brought it just to make this presentation.
Just to showcase
this one
what we're talking about.
Around 70 pages. Let me check. It's like, around 60. So it's going to be the anthologies. We are considering being a bit more thicker on the side than this one. So they might indeed require perfect bound. But it's not just, it's a combination of content, allowing to have more pages, therefore more content, but also it's a better, it's a better experience having a perfect bound book with, I think it's longer elastic design, and it looks better side by side with the other project on your library. And we're considering that for both all three anthology series, but also for the introductory. But we cannot.
Yes.
Well, we're not sold yet. We're not at 100% if it's going to happen both introductory and anthologies, or one of them, or neither of them. We're still considering. So by the next update, I think we will have concluded and we will make the necessary announcements.
Yeah. This is to bring the introductory product in the same quality and level that the anthologies are going to be. We're going to be talking more about the content of anthologies in a follow-up stream, but today, this week, we're going to be talking about the changes that we will do to the introductory. So just to clarify, the introductory product is still the entryway to Metanthropes. It's still the product that it's the best way to introduce new players to the game and the setting of Metanthropes. So that's its premise, that's its purpose of existing. But we're gonna grow it beyond that. We're going to bring it in line with the anthology supplements, both in terms of design, but also in terms of structure.
Yeah.
And what we mean by that, first of all, the introductory, the new introductory PDF. First of all, I should probably start by clarifying that everyone who already has the PDF will get the new PDF when it's ready for free. And the PDF will also be included in the digital downloads, the modules, etc., etc. If anyone wants to get the new printed book and already owns either the book, the previous version, the first version, or any of the digital supplements like the PDF or the module, will also get a great discount to get the new version. But the content will change. First of all, we're going to remove the rules. The introductory that currently exists has a printed version of the rule set, the basic rules that someone needs to be aware of in order to play and Metanthropes. This is going to be essentially part of the free quick start guide that you can download, and we will keep updating it throughout the year to also bring it in line with the latest design and structure and all that. But the introductory itself, it's going to take the overture story and expand it. We're going to talk about it in more detail in a little bit. It's going to bring changes to the characters, the pre-made characters, and it's going to expand a lot on the story and the guidance that we provide to narrators. So that's in a gist some of the changes that we're planning for introductory. John, how about you take us into more of the details of what's intended for the characters and the story and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. So since we are going to be removing a big chunk of it, which were the rules, which you can find, as you said, on the quick start, and later on in printed and digital form in the core game with the protagonist handbook, we want to expand on the pre-made characters that we had. So if you were already owning one of those babies, we had like 10 pre-made characters, each of them with a unique classification, unique a unique meta power, a unique arc, a unique regression, even a unique perk. Everything about them was unique, and we're gonna keep continuing on this type of diversification between them. But instead of having like empty cells, it's just called like the arbiter protagonist, which is like an academic with this and this and that options, we're gonna elaborate and create a fully fledged character with a name, with a background, with a token, with some more details, and all the content is gonna be up to date with the latest Metanthropes version, the same version that you're gonna see later on with the core game. So we're gonna have two fully fleshed out characters for players to choose from, and these are gonna be pre-made protagonists, which you might say that they're gonna be like kinda iconic in a sense, as they're gonna be like from 10 different timelines, some a bit further to the future, some a bit further to the past. Let me lower the music a bit. I forgot to lower it before. It might be too loud for the for the audience. And yeah, where were we? So the protagonists are gonna be revamped and upgraded to fully fledged characters, and
so John, what you say is that instead of choosing like the kineticist, the meta powers are gonna change, or the characters, instead of being nameless, they're going to have a name. So perhaps elaborate a little bit more. Yeah,
the meta powers, more or less, there might be one or two changes on the content itself, but it's more gonna be about having fully fleshed out with a background and a name and a different distinct timeline, each of them, where they originate from, and a little bit more about how to roleplay them. And the choice of meta powers, more or less, maybe one or couple changes, is gonna stay the same, but we're gonna introduce like the new perks that the next version of the game is gonna have, and the updated arc and regression options. The other major change that we're gonna have is with the story itself, the story of Overture. Whereas it's still gonna remain as an introductory to Metanthropes, where 4 different, or like I guess 3 or 5 or whatever number of protagonists from different corners of the universe meet together and inexplicably drawn to an age opera house, where they're introduced to all sorts of wonders and weird NPCs and combat encounters. Yeah, some of these are gonna stay the same, but in the same manner that the anthologies elaborate on each of the 3 main conductors, Savo, Nico, and Thiruvati, this one, the introductory and Overture specifically, is gonna elaborate on the Usher as the one who is most tied with the opera itself. We're gonna reveal some exclusive secrets and content about how the opera was created and what's its connection with the prime timeline and or the Veil, the mythical location outside of space and time, and why was it made and how does it operate. When it comes to the gameplay itself, where we're gonna include more, flesh out more the challenges that you can have, how each role outcome can influence different outcomes of the game. It's gonna mirror a lot the anthology series and how we create them, which is not like a railroading type of experience that we've seen 1 and 2 or 3, but we give you like the tools necessary to create the perfect introductory session for your players, tailored to your players' needs and wants. And instead of having like pre-made like dialogues to read out loud, which is like most of it, like a pre-made ending on here, it's gonna give you like various ways that you can play this out, and this way it's gonna be like a more unique,
so instead of being like you need to follow this path pretty much, as a narrator, we're talking about setting up the game and introducing Metanthropes to new players, instead of just being a step A, step 2, step 3, you go through this and that's it. You're going to have more options in every step, to change the narrative, to respond to where players are driving the story, instead of you having to say, "Hey guys, get back here and watch the main stage," right? Because
Yeah, I guess.
through the sessions of playing introductory, uh, dozens that I've watched, if not hundreds, uh, there is always the exception. Some sessions, some players, some parties, some groups, some coalitions like to diverse a lot from what the intended main story is. So we've experienced it ourselves, and we know kind of where some of the divergent groups tend to gravitate towards. So we want to create better tools for the narrators to be prepared, to be able to answer some of the edge questions, the edge cases. So instead of being a kind of scripted story that you follow, the narrators are going to have tools to make it a unique experience for each player that's being introduced to Metanthropes. And this is in line with the structure that we're designing the anthologies products, which are based and have from when we started initially designing them, we've always had these multiple paths, the multiple entangling stories kind of design into them. And now that the anthology is maturing, we want to make sure that the introductory is not being left out. So, and again, as I mentioned earlier, all these are going to be basically for free updates to existing owners. So we're gonna be extremely excited when this all comes together in the following months.
Yeah,
but
and
the story is not just it's one of the changes. You mentioned earlier briefly about the Usher. Perhaps we can elaborate a little bit more on the character. What do you envision, like in terms of now that you have gone through the anthologies and introduced Savo, Thiruvati, and Oneiros? What do you think the equivalent content will be for the Usher?
Well, to summarize it, whereas Acer before had like one paragraph of content, this is like who I am, it's only this one, it's gonna be like 4 or 5 pages. So as you can imagine, it's gonna expand a lot and introduce how these characters contribution to the opera and the whole Metanthropes community have changed since they became a conductor and reached this power level. Although I don't want to spoil anything because this is the main story is going to change and I don't want to spoil it right now. It's going to, as you said, follow the same structure that we have on anthologies. It should be noted though that anthologies is much more open-ended and like played for a full saga of limitless possibilities, and the introductory at the end of the day, even if not fully railroaded, it's an introductory session. It's a one-shot session, maybe like a 2-shot session, but it's not meant to be and a saga based around this supplement. Although this is the centerpiece of all the missions of anthologies and other sagas, or it could be used for the narrator that want to use it as a centerpiece, like the hub, like the headquarters, the place that you return after each mission and the place that you get briefed and go to the next one. So it could serve a much bigger purpose to your ongoing sagas than just one-shot introductory. Did we mention that of course all of those who have the PDF of the previous introductory will get the new PDF for free, and it's gonna be a discount for all who have the printed books. So all of those who have this one, if they want to upgrade to the next one and have like the 2 versions, we're gonna have some sort of special discount since you supported us from day one.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to cover our costs, basically, for those who already have the printed version. And so the introductory product as a product is expanding. It's going to include a lot more on the story end. The overture story is going to expand greatly. The role of the usher is going to be explained in a lot of detail, and um, we briefly mentioned some of the characters changes. Of course, these all are going to be included in the Foundry module first. So if you're asking yourself, okay, when can I get my hands on what's the latest version of what's coming, the best way would be to get the Foundry modules, because that's where the new journals are first going to land. And speaking of journals and content, perhaps we should give a brief talk about the upcoming changes of the anthologies.
Yeah.
Well, not changes, but more like development news on the anthologies.
Yeah. But I should have shown more pictures. I just forgot what I was saying this one. Anyway, it's all good. Let's go back to the anthology pictures. So yeah, anthology news.
Speaking of journals, how about the news that the second major draft has been completed?
Yeah. And we already sent it to review to our closed alpha members for the first round of proofreading. Of course, it's far from being fully complete, but we are very happy with the stories and the development and the structure so far, and the feedback process has begun. And also there's a third wave of playtests that have been completed with although you can find the content, it is in Greek. Unfortunately, it's going to be all Greek to you, but you can find all 16 episodes of Metanthropes Anthology, the Lair Saga, with the Lair community. And yeah, it's all in Greek, but we fully completed it. We received great feedback. We enjoyed ourselves so much. All the players were very, very satisfied, and we're looking so much for more.
And an epic ending as well.
Yeah, an epic ending is gonna be uploaded this week, the last episode, the epilogue. Lots of criticals. And yeah, it is complete. And we learned a lot about
we have to note
structure.
Yeah. So two things here. First, the next series is going to be in English. So when you see the next version, that's going to include the official artwork, the official tokens, the official maps. It's also going to be in English, and we're going to have a blast. So we will be announcing more details in the future. But let's talk a little bit more about the structure, John, that the journals are going to have, but also the content on the physical products themselves.
What exactly are you referring to? I thought you were saying that
so in terms of the
English,
structure,
and it's gonna be featuring the new maps and tokens, the official maps and tokens.
Yeah, I was referring to the structure of the story, the multi-arching narrative that the anthologies have. Perhaps we want to say a little bit more about that.
That's like an unplanned question. What exactly?
Okay. Sorry,
I don't have anything planned for the content of anthologies to reveal right now.
Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to.
It's like a curveball. How's the expression? Okay. Yeah, like a.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you a curveball there. Yeah. Okay. So no more reveals this week. We will expand a little bit more in the coming weeks. Let's talk about what's new and around the corner and what's coming very soon. The reintroduction of a weekly event. So John, talk about that.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. We want to start playing weekly introductory sessions and give a standard day of the week, should I say rather, for new people to know that they can find us and play in the introductory session. So I would like to run one day of the week. We haven't decided yet the day of the week. We're gonna figure this out. Introductory session. Details will be on our website. It's gonna run on Discord, but we also want to include them in the website startplayinggames.com, which is very famous for finding a session to play. We're gonna include Metanthropes as a system there, add the appropriate tags and descriptions, and start rolling sessions every week. So we're just gonna figure out which day these introductory sessions are gonna run, and after that we're gonna as soon as we find like 3 or 4 people, we're gonna talk through Discord and figure out the best hour, and we're just gonna run it, and it's gonna happening every day, every week. As long as there are people who are interested every week, we're just gonna run them every week for free for everybody that's interested. And
so that's for new players to the game. And based on that structure, we will also be working on some events for those that are already experienced with the game and just want to have some iconic scene fun, some arena action or whatnot.
Yeah, as soon as we establish the structure for the introductories and the weekly commitment, we're gonna create the same with the same enthusiasm, a day that's for meta arenas. It's gonna be like PvP, PvE events, recreation of famous scenes like from your favorite works of fiction, books, movies, you name it, series, and so on. And this is gonna be for more experienced players, and not gonna be for introductory, entry level content. But I think they're gonna be a blast, especially if we will find, but if we implement the right ways for the viewers to choose what type of arena they will play and participate in, and how they will influence the outcome.
Yep. And that's not all of the content we're preparing. We're also bringing in season 3 for the Legitcast series of podcasts. So, John, tell us a little bit more about what's coming with the Legitcast season 3 series.
Well, Legitcast began last February as part of the ongoing campaign that we had on ZinQuest 2025, and it was a bit hectic, although we had the chance to, while we're running a campaign, to talk with 9 amazing creators. Like most of them were some of them were like the top creators of this year's podcast, of this year's ZinQuest. So it was big and small creators, all of them were included, and they were centered around ZinQuest. The second season, which was around each season is 9 episodes. This is how it came out to be. The second season, which was around May and early summer, was 9 more episodes with people in the TTRPG industry in general. Some of them were dear friends with, like Arax Oliver, like Luke from The Boys Baltic, and many other new friends that we had the chance to sit down and pick their brains about their ongoing campaigns or their products or their channels, content creators. So we want to continue this route, and for the third season include more guests of the TTRPG industry and community, more content creators, more game designers, more channel owners, channel creators. And although I don't want to reveal any names because nothing has been signed yet or something, we're gonna kick it up a notch, and you may this season find more names that you're already familiar with. I shouldn't say anyone who hasn't yet concluded, so we're gonna leave this for the next live stream
as a teaser.
But
Surprise.
probably as the next live stream we do, the next newsletter you receive, it might also include the very first episode, the episode 19, or like season 3, episode 1, depending on how we decide to name them.
Amazing. All right. That's pretty much what we have prepared to talk about. Again, this is mostly an update to what's our plan for the introductory product, what's going to be included for free for everyone who has it, but also give people the opportunity to own one of the few remaining first edition, limited edition of 100 prints that are signed by both of us of the introductory zine, because the next version is going to have the official new branding. We're planning to reveal it very soon. Work on the UI UX will come at the same time as the new website and store and all these amazing stuff that we're constantly working on and updating in the background. Hopefully we will soon be able to share with everyone, but until then, stay tuned for all the new weekly content that's coming. Stay tuned. End of the month we're gonna have a special sales event for the physical scene. And John,
and above all, stay legit
and stay meta. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening. Cheers.